Hello and welcome back. This is David from the Personal Finance Squad. We just finished up exercise 15, which are optional items that we mentioned in the squad for you to put in your budget. Again, options are things we put down that are typically spent by most people in their budgets, but you can choose to option anything you want as you go through this exercise. But now what we need to get into is life insurance, which we're not going to make an option. And the reason being is that you're simulating that you have a loved one that you need to protect, which is your child. Term life insurance is a good way to provide money in case of an unfortunate event. So what you need to do for this exercise is to go online and search for term life insurance quotes. Now, what we do not want to happen to you is to receive a bunch of phone calls, because if you go onto a place such as SelectQuote and put in some basic information, you're going to get all kinds of phone calls, and we don't want that to happen. So we just want you to know that when I mention this, that this is how it would work for a lot of people. But what we want to do is make it much simpler. So we have a link that we put in here for MetLife, and MetLife will allow you to put in just a few pieces of information, and you do not have to register or put your name, and they will give you a policy quote. What we want you to seek out is a policy that's for $250,000 for 20 years. There's only just, again, a few health questions. It might be how good is your health and do you smoke, something like that. And then they're going to give you an estimate of $18.24 or something. Whatever that may be, that's the number you need to work with. And when you get the quote, make sure that the quote you put in there is monthly. So we see right here is the monthly cost. So this is really a simple exercise. It should not take you long. We just want you to throw it in there because when you start having a family, if you do one day, kids or a spouse or things like that, you often want to be able to protect them. And term life insurance is the simplest way to do this. So again, all this information's in the chapters of the video instructions. So if you want a little more detail on this, please refer back to that. But in terms of this exercise, that's all you're required to do. Thanks for joining, and we will see you in exercise 17 when we get into the supplemental items, making sure they're tracked in the budget. So we will see you there, and thanks for joining.